If we handed you a random product and social media network, could you find a market for the product and sell a bunch of them? Or what if you saw a brand new opportunity on social media? Would you know how to capitalize, or are you going to wait until somebody spoon feeds you the answer? Welcome to the Digital Marketing Misfits show, where we, a group of experienced marketers, take on ridiculous and often hilarious marketing challenges to put our skills to the test. We also discuss current marketing events, trends we see on social media, and more. Digital Marketing Misfits is like your favorite morning radio show, except we've applied that entertaining style to the often boring subject of digital marketing. So tune in for some pure marketing mayhem as we make marketing fun again on the Digital Marketing Misfits show. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Digital Marketing Misfits show. I know it's been a while. Last time we were off. It was supposed to be an on night, but we were off at Funnel Hacking Live. But we're back, and I'm not going to go blabber on too much because we were having a really good
I got the shirt
conversation pre-show. What's up, Scotty? Oh, you got we got merch.
We were there.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there you go too. And actually, Dom and I are matching Sass is the Way shirts.
Yeah.
So that was very unplanned, by the way.
Yes.
I should wear this to the Level Up Summit, huh? Just like you.
Yeah. Zero fucks given.
MRR. I love it.
Dad's got his Zuckerberg t-shirt on.
Yeah,
Right.
I love it. I'm not going to go on too long.
Oh, no, I thought it was plain blue.
Of course.
I thought it was plain blue. Oh, before we get started, Dad, can you do the laser beams like you did last night?
The hell? What was that? The StreamYard updated.
You want one of these? There you go.
I don't know how to do the laser beams.
got it.
though.
There's all kinds of like new
How do you
fun
do that?
Apple reactions that you can do on video, regardless of whether you're on Zoom, whether you're on StreamYard, whether you're on OBS, like any video, you can actually fuck with the lighting, you can fuck with like the blurred background, all kinds of like weird.
Wait, what is this for?
do with it now. Yeah, like ooh.
Is this an Apple thing?
Yeah, it's an Apple thing. It's part of their new the new update they just did. But like you can even do it with just like reacting. Like, oh hey.
Ah.
Oh, you want some of that too?
That's what I did. Yeah, I got that earlier on my live for some reason.
Yeah.
What is this app
Well,
we're talking about?
It's part of the new operating system with Mac. So if you've updated your operating system to Sonoma or something like that, it's
Or
like
bought a new Mac
at
recently.
the top of your Chrome thing, you can see the little green camera, and then you can like start fucking with the reactions and different lighting and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's all right. We didn't see Scotty and I were talking about this pre-show, and I didn't realize it was an Apple thing, so I'm just sitting there like this for like 5 minutes.
I knew it the whole time. I just wanted him to do that so I could get screenshots.
Yeah.
I
It's like, yeah,
thought-
keep try
I
it this
thought
way.
it was StreamYard. he's like, how do I get the laser beams? I was like, I had no clue what we were doing. It was
For
dumb.
those of you in podcast land, sorry for the irrelevance, but go watch our videos because they're fairly entertaining.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're in the audio land, yeah, go find us on YouTube. Well, all right. So before I X'd out of the browser, Jamar, what were you talking about ad skills and your founder YouTube channel?
Well, for anybody who's marketing nerds, like most of us are, when I consume content, sometimes, I mean, like most people, you want it to be somewhat entertaining but educational at the same time. And ad skills, if you guys are interested in paid media, and ad skills is a company that not only runs high level ads for many clients, but they also have a courses and plural to teach their students how to become paid media experts and then get hired on by advertising companies and as well as going solo. Well, their YouTube channel is a gem. I go on there and I binge. Their videos are usually between 10 to 20 minutes long. It's across a variety of topics, just like this podcast, where it's a lot of times it's their team, their management team. They actually go and they're super like paid media nerds, and they'll just be like cruising across the internet. And if they see a display ad that, just because they do ads so much, they're frequently looking at what's working for other people. And of course they rabbit hole and get distracted all the time. And in their most recent video, they talk about a solar ad and how a solar website, according to SimilarWeb, was getting like 370,000 videos, and they were only ranking for like 31 keywords. So like hardly any of their traffic is organic. So you know that their traffic is all coming through ad spend. So if they're spending that amount of money per month to get 370,000 visits to their website, then their ads are working. And they use Taboola, and Taboola is a display ad network. And it just, the way it works is they do those like really ugly, you guys, most people have seen these display ads, right? They're on the bottoms of like,
native ad.
Heavily. Yeah. Like a native ad, right?
Yeah.
And they're heavily trafficked sites, and usually towards the bottom, they have like these like super like weird pictures and stuff like that. Well, the way their funnel works is it goes from the display ad or a native ad, and it goes to an advertorial, which then allows you to go into a survey, and then the survey has a video on there where the copy is. You guys want and that's the cool thing about when you rabbit hole some of these companies, like a solar company that's doing millions of dollars per year in paid media, or their income is millions of dollars per year in paid media. What they're doing is working, right? They're dumping all of their money into display ads, and they're doing it by state because there's different regulations and laws for solar in Arizona and California, whatever. But they're hyper focusing on a particular state. They're using advertorials on major websites to get tons of traffic, as well as YouTube. And it goes from the display ad to an advertorial to a survey, which has got a literally like, and he breaks it down in the video. And if you're a marketing nerd, you'll listen to him break it down for 2 or 3 minutes. Like it's a 45-second video, and he talks about all of the different elements of why that thing is converting like crazy. And it's at the back end of like a survey, and then people enter in their information. And then of course once their information's in, there's a zip code, email, and stuff like that. Then they probably get bombarded with offers and phone calls and all of that stuff, because you have to enter your information in as you go down through the survey funnel, right? And they just hit all of these different pain points. They use a female actor. You could tell she's an actor, but like the way that she delivers the copy, it literally hits everything. And he breaks it down to where you could watch that 10-minute video and go, yeah. And like, I get it. I get how the funnel works. I get why the solar company's crushing it. But that was just one instance, right? That they took basically a rabbit hole. He broke it down into a 10-minute video, and it's phenomenal. Like I literally I binge watch this stuff because I love to see how other companies are crushing it.
Yeah. Is that how often do they do those, just like randomly, or is there like a schedule of these rabbit hole videos? Because
no, they post once per week.
Oh man.
And it's not always a rabbit hole. They're paid media companies, so they do all different types of stuff. But every once in a while, every other few videos they'll do like they did, where they just break down an ad campaign.
Yeah.
As you can see it from the outside looking in, and it's awesome, man. Like it's just cool. To see. Yeah, it's just cool to see what. And the solar company didn't put this together, right? A paid media company somewhere put the funnel together, put the ads together, right? They're the ones, choosing what display networks to use and stuff like that. So to me, it's interesting. I know some people may think it's fucking boring.
Hey, but you know what though? The people who think it's interesting are our people.
I have a tendency to go down the rabbit hole even further, Jamar. Like once you see that ad, then you go to their Facebook business page. Now I'm going to see all the ads that they're running and start breaking them down yourself after you've seen one broken down.
Especially when you see the length of time. If you go to Facebook, the ads library, you can see how long the ad's been running. And I do that all the time too. I'm like, holy shit, this ad's been running for 6 months. They've dumped hundreds of thousands of dollars into these ads because they work. The copy works, the image works, the video works.
Yeah, the new ones you don't necessarily want to copy yet, but if the one's been running for 6 months,
that wins.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, this is not anything new, but this is something that I think every single marketer should be doing at some point. Like, Jamar, well, your swipe file. Well, you needed emails, and you were like, "Oh, I got like he was like 900 in your swipe file." Everybody should have one.
Yeah, I've been at this for like 5 years now. So like I'm on the email list of the biggest marketers of I say of our generation of like the last, say, like 10 to 15 years. And if you take a snapshot of all of those different marketers, I can think of 10 in my head right now. I'm on all of their email lists because I'm curious as to how their frequency, how they write their emails, their subject lines, and things like that. So when I get them into my inbox, I have folders for all of them, and I literally go through and I drag and drop their emails into their respective folders. So I have swipe files of hundreds of emails from like Frank Kern, right, or Perry Belcher, or right, all these like higher, high level marketers who've been in the marketing game as not only copywriters, but like they're just high level, high skilled marketers that basically they can deliver an offer right now and make $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Their skills of marketing are they're so well finely tuned that I like to see how they write their emails. And by watching what they write, you can then develop your own copywriting skills for your own email. Yes, you can swipe them, change them around a little bit to make them your own, but like really it's to take inspiration, especially subject lines.
Yeah. Do you take note of what their offers are either? Because that same process is how I put together what this year's FHL was going to be about. We were sat there like, Dom, not one lie was told over the past 12 months. And I just take all the biggest players and watch what they're doing. And I know right now there's Russell's launching Secrets of Success. This is probably going to be the next big like buzz trend in our marketplace. And I'm noticing a lot of people just going, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. Like just being entertained by the show and not watching what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jamar, you turned it on. And I think everybody here has been able to turn it on, that you can just watch what they're doing. Oh, I know what they're doing with the headline. I know how they're writing the email. I know you can recognize they're emotional, they're logical, their FOMO closes, and you can kind of recognize mechanically. And once that happens, you're going to make a whole lot more money. Yeah. But also, if you're being sold, stop. And this is for anyone watching is if you're being sold, stop. Think about why. What did they say? What did they do that made you feel whatever that feeling is that you're feeling right now?
Like when you're climbing a rope in gym class.
It's a framework that they've used literally for 100 years in advertising. I mean, there's not that it's rocket science, but it's a framework and how they tap into emotion with words, and they just do it over and over and over again in different shapes and forms. Whether it's video, video, image, text, and audio, doesn't really matter how they deliver it. They could do it in a podcast, right? Mm-hmm. But it's just really interesting to me that they just keep doing the same thing over and over again until you have somebody like Russell Brunson who takes what all of the marketing giants have done and creates his own framework, his own IP, like the linchpin. And that's why the linchpin, it works so well, is because he's implementing a lot of the different things that different people did, especially with continuity. And he's saying, this is the way you can build $100 million per year company. Watch me do it.
Yeah. And he's literally, I mean, that whole presentation was literally, this is what I'm going to do. And to have your marketing acumen, just to be like, oh, I have that offer. I have to, or even just recognizing what type of offer. Like he goes, oh, I launched this newsletter. Okay, that's a newsletter. Oh, I launched this whatever course. And you're like, all right, that's a 5-day challenge. I had to come up with that, or come into a webinar. Just understanding mechanically what it is, as opposed to, oh, that's not going to work for me because I don't have that exact offer.
Yeah, and Dom, and we even talked about this because the zero, the foundation to the linchpin is the newsletter. And ClickFunnels, if anybody's on ClickFunnels email list, they started going to a numbered newsletter. Literally, like they're up on like 13, 14, or 15th edition now. Well, why did they do that? Are people just like, oh, yeah, that's cool, I'm getting a ClickFunnels newsletter now? Or are people actually looking at what's happening? They're literally building the foundation to the linchpin with ClickFunnels, the newsletter. Like they're in the trenches. They're implementing what the linchpin teaches you, and they're showing you the elements of it. Dramatic demonstrations, right? FHL.
It's all of them too. It's all the
yeah,
thought
it is.
leaders. And so if you're a fan of any of them, learn what they're doing and follow the process.
What?
Yes. It's all the same process too. I mean, look, high level. I know we say ClickFunnels high level, same thing. Dramatic demonstration, summit,
Yep.
live event, same type of year. Although, wait a minute. Remember how we said, we noticed how ClickFunnels now did 9.5 next year and then 10. They're moving it to Vegas. Do you know why that was? I saw this way. It's because
The sphere.
what? The steer.
Because of the sphere?
Oh,
You know the
this
big
year.
ball in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't know why it moved to Vegas, but they moved it. FHL was always Q1 for years.
Always.
He's
Yep.
like, oh, it's New Year's resolutions. Everyone wants to crush the new year. It's like, but then COVID happened in 2020 and they got postponed from, I think, that February to September. And they just kept
Right.
that on the annual cycle. Like, but now I think it's time they want to move back to Q1. So that's why you get like this little like half year next September virtually. Cause you know, who doesn't love a good money grab? I'll do a smaller one, use it as a bonus for the actual one to move it back on schedule. So I know we were talking about it, like, why did it move out? Why did it move to Vegas, and why did it not stay in September? That's why.
So the next one's in Vegas.
Next one's in Vegas in 2025.
5.
Oh, that's fucking scary.
That's all I was thinking. Like, there's too many people there doing too much with way too much money.
That's true. Wait, what if it is in the sphere though?
Yeah.
It's
We know that it's not. We know where it
Holy
was, but
shit.
the spear would be cool as hell.
Yeah.
I think it's at Caesars. It's at some Caesars property. It was
It is.
on something there.
Well, the reason it was there is because the reason it was in Orlando for all these past couple of years was because that's the world's biggest room without a pillar. And the whole decision there was, I could go bigger, but then I'm either gonna have pillars and people are gonna have obstructed views, or I have to have this huge like stadium, you know, like an NBA stadium, and then you kind of lose that intimacy there because people are up in the upper deck, and he doesn't want people up in the upper deck. So maybe does Caesars have a new expo center?
No idea.
I don't know. Reagan's nodding her head like it's yes.
It's in downtown Las Vegas at Caesars Forum.
Oh, okay. Is that new?
No.
No,
That's
I
what we-
don't know. Okay. Talking Roman history. Oh, he's still on the Roman Empire trend has passed, Scotty.
No. You just brought it up again with Collins. It's ever present.
It's not ever. It's only ever present in your mind.
Bet you thought about it when you were drywall in your room today. Bet
I
you
did not. Not once.
Did you do math?
Yeah.
There you go.
The
Roman
Romans
Empire.
didn't invent math though.
Same thing.
Was it the Phoenicians, I think?
Aqueducts. And stuff.
Aqueducts. Okay. Anytime I use math, it's Roman Empire.
You use the bathroom?
Dom actually counts in Roman numerals.
Yeah.
He does.
He's like, it's MCVXIII.
Oh God. Yeah. Caesar's Forum opened in 2020.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there was one thing. What was it? Was it Jason or someone had? You can now download your followers on TikTok if you're a business. Jason, elaborate on that.
You'd have to watch the video because I haven't even tried it yet. I haven't dug deep down in that rabbit hole yet.
I
we have
closed
the video.
tab out. I missed it.
Oh,
Is there some software that allows you to download? Like, I don't know, must scrape TikTok somehow via API? There's no way. Like, how does it get all of your followers?
All right.
Information.
I found it. I'm gonna pull it up on screen. We're doing this old school here. I know we didn't like to just watch TikToks and then talk about them, but this seems cool enough. Now we're all gonna go into here. Let me.
Yeah, and the biggest thing about this is you can filter. You can basically take the information onto a spreadsheet, and you can filter these people down to their like interests or what their bios are about, which will allow you to target who might be your target audience.
Yep. All right. You ready?
Go full screen on there too. There we go.
It's
There
like
you
you can
go.
export your entire TikTok audience and then turn those people into leads for your business.
It's better
you
be
wanna
good
use
at the
this
minute
tool
and a
called
half.
Export comments. And what I do is I go to that website, I put in my TikTok username, I click on followers, I start the export. And then what I end up having is this Google Sheet here. And I have everything about my followers. So how many videos they have, their followers, the language, any links to their Instagram, the description, their profile URL. Now, what you can do with this data is you can go through it either manually or you can use an automation I'm about to show you. And you can basically sort people by their descriptions. So you can go through these descriptions and figure out who it is that might be an ideal client for you. And then when you want to put them into a second sheet where you'll start doing some outreach. Now, what I did with this data was I went to ChatGPT, I gave it the spreadsheet, and I asked it to basically pick out who it thinks would be my clients based on being either e-commerce, a limited company, a business. And so you can see here, it went through that entire spreadsheet. It then created a new CSV file where it actually went and sorted what it thinks are my ideal clients in a second sheet here. And what I can now do is go through each one of these and reach out to them and offer something like a free strategy session. Or
Dude, that's wild.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty freaking cool.
Insane. What was that website again? Yeah, export comments, I think is what it said.
Yeah,
Come
export
to
comments.
china.com. That funnel leads right to Beijing, my friend. Yeah.
I don't
When-
care as
when
long
we
as I
were
get
in
paid on the
Florida,
way
I
there.
showed- I
What?
showed Adrian something when we were in Florida that's similar, where you can take the analytics of TikTok and essentially put it into Chat GPT to break down what it is, what the top performing videos look like, and spit out a strategy for you based on what data it just analyzes.
Yeah. That's so scary.
And why is this not on the
Let your
regular
actual
YouTube channel?
intelligence do that.
I'll figure out a way. Give me a second. I would figure out how to do it
Without hours.
without hours. Yeah, I can't do that. It would be hours. That's pretty darn cool. So it's a whole brave new world with AI. I mean, someone who's got well, all of us here live at least tens of thousands of followers, except Thad, maybe not because he threw his away. But
Just kidding.
he took 100,000 people, went whoop, gone. Why? I know why. That was your hook. But they, yeah, I might. That's people are gonna. Yeah, I'm thinking about my old P video. I have 60,000 followers from that.
See what their interests are.
What?
See what their interests are.
It'd be wild.
That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, let's not. I'd rather not go down that rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, guys, I just don't. Sometimes if you're thinking of being funny and like you're way off base and you're going mega viral, just turn that video off. just your DMs get weird. You get strange requests, and then your actual on-topic videos don't do very well. What, Scotty? Why are you laughing?
I just want to know the comments and if you could have monetized that.
Oh, they're still there.
Yeah.
You can go back and look.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I posted that video 3 times. If you do sort my videos by most popular, it's 3 of the top 5 spots still.
Genius. Should have sold him beer piss.
I don't know. The 7-figure accelerator people must be loving that one. Whether they tell me, oh, go follow this guy and copy his content.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, they suck.
Yeah.
All right, quick, another topic. Let's go to something else. What else happened this week? Because I've been just hanging out doing drywall. I have not been doing a damn thing.
What was in the chat? We had all the good stuff.
Oh,
in the chat.
we all have the same chat, guys. It's not just me.
I know. I'm looking. Reagan had the last 3 and they were good.
That one person that trolled Rachel Peterson pretty hard. That was
That
pretty
was
good.
What was that?
Oh, that was good.
That
never-
one
was
is
he just
worthy of
Flat
throwing
out
up on the
calling her
screen.
out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she
I guess he
they
just calling her out.
were. I
The
guess
essential story is telling your story, and like, don't worry about what these gurus are saying. The formula is, it's relative to what you know and how you want to share it. And he just beautifully takes her content and
Don't rehash your videos from two years ago and think that it's relevant today, and that's good stuff. It was good.
Threw things side by side. It was great.
Yeah. He had a text chat with her, and that's how he started it off. Quite good. Are y'all still doing the competition for AI? The wheel of picking a category? No.
No, that died. Amazon's been in the shitter lately.
It's not.
Oh, I mean, relatively speaking. We had Prime Day yesterday, and today is also Prime Day, so I don't know. We'll see.
My clicks were through the roof. Through the roof.
And mine were back to normal. I wouldn't say through the roof.
Like
my normal is not even close to your normal, or my through the roof is not even close to yours.
I mean, like Amazon Fashion, we don't have control over anything, and it seems like they're still constantly testing and manipulating and doing whatever they're going to do. So we're at their mercy. So there's not really much you can do about it. You can continue to keep uploading videos. I still recommend to if you got stuff that you order or stuff that you haven't made videos on in your house, I would still make the videos. It takes you 2 minutes out of your life to pop it, to film a quick video and throw it up there. So it's now is it as the same? Is it the same placements and same as what people were earning, say 4 or 5 months ago? No, it's not. And who knows what it's going to be 3 months from now? Who knows what Q4 is going to look like? Nobody really knows. So
it looks fantastic.
But I'm going to take away a couple of lessons there. Number one, Amazon influencers are still the easiest money on the net. Hands down. The easiest money you're ever going to make. Yeah, fastest and easiest money you're ever going to make. Not the most, but fastest and easiest. But also for people who may have sat on this for a freaking year, why?
Lesson learned.
You missed arguably the greatest time to do this. And this happens with every single new opportunity.
It's still the best way to get your feet wet, become a content creator, rip that Band-Aid off, and then have that income help source you building out your own platform that makes sense, that you can control, that you own, and that will give you long-term success, which is kind of what we've been preaching for the last year anyway. It's just it took something like them to drop for people to actually start taking that serious. And a lot of people put all their eggs in one basket, and now it hurts. And now they finally feel it. And it sucks. Yeah. But at the same time, it's time to get off your ass and on your feet and start building out your own offer.
It couldn't be more evident than this new opportunity with Secrets of Success and everybody who did not touch the free software that they had.
Yeah, now everyone's jumping on. But that goes to show you, I've always said, no comfortable person wants to learn how to make money online. Ever. I don't think anyone sits comfortably cushy and is like, is just, yeah, I'll go ahead and try this because it's hard. It's hard to do. But it's only when things get uncomfortable do people truly want to change and try something new and take it serious.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh, yeah, you're uncomfortable. Your life sucks. You should go try and do this.
So I have a controversial topic I think we can probably talk about for a little bit.
Okay.
And I have both opinions on each side. What is everybody's opinion about shiny objects?
Chase them. Sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes. Yes.
Sometimes they are worth the chase. But sometimes they are a freaking distraction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like beginners have a hard time figuring out what is the distraction and which ones you should chase.
Yeah, and some people haven't gotten to the point of being so beaten down that they're like willing to commit and focus 100%, and they manifest that shiny object shit to have an excuse to why they can't succeed at that one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, when I look at shiny objects, I go, is this going to pull me off of my current path, or is it going to compound what I'm already doing? Case in point. Now, my core offer, Lead Vortex, right? Get people onto Lead Vortex. Shiny object comes around, right? Now, have we not had something like MRR or something like another high ticket program that comes out? Normally, shiny object, stay on my lane if it's Amazon. But now as somebody who has the software, oh, I can build an offer around that new shiny object. And all of a sudden that compounds what I'm already doing.
Yep.
So if it's not something that can complement it, it's a shiny object, stay away. But if something's really shiny, like Secrets of Success, and you've got a software offer and you've got most people are entrepreneurs, mindset, success, Secrets of Success is mindset, start a business, like that compounds, run after that shiny object as fast as you can.
Scotty agrees, I think.
I think so.
I think there's a lot to say in the credibility piece of it, right? Like, ultimately, it's what we were talking about in the beginning and identifying the frameworks, knowing where they're coming from and where they're going and what his ultimate continuity offer is, right? And how we can play in that framework, but it's also the credibility piece. Like, we have a core community behind us that could get behind us about certain things, but everybody's going to have that once they start building out their trustworthiness, right? But that's the piece, is there's a reason it's a big deal. It's one thing if you've done the work long enough to have the credibility to jump around and start a new thing and people know it's going to be successful. It's a whole other thing when shiny object syndrome just looks like you're jumping from one thing to the next.
Yep.
Yes. And there's Dan said, thought Amazon influencer was shiny, but it fit him and helped him get better. Glad he chased it. Yeah. Now, I would say Amazon is something that everybody should chase, shiny object, because again, ultimate goal here is build your own thing. Amazon gives you that little daily mailbox money and takes some of the volatility of the edge off of the paycheck, of like the ups and the downs. And it doesn't take any time, man, once you're up and rolling.
Yeah.
Dude, I have not touched my Amazon influencer account since July 6th.
Thad, do you have any thoughts on this?
I do have a couple thoughts, but I'm patiently
Love to hear
waiting as Mark just continuously laughs at me over there in the silent corner. In my opinion, shiny objects, I agree with everything that's kind of been said. Like, I think that if it can compound, when I kind of discovered the whole Amazon thing, when y'all discovered it and we all chatted about it in the group and it became a thing, I didn't see that as like a shiny object. It wasn't like I'm shifting my entire business to just Amazon. It was always something that's going to be a supplement, very much like I'm seeing in the comment section. It's allowed me to do X, which made it more comfortable to do Y. So it's more of like something that bolt on. Again, furthering the goal in the first place. But what I think a lot of times happens is everyone is looking for that quickest turnover. Like, oh shit, fucking Roadmap to Riches comes out. Oh, 100% profit. I'm jumping all over it. Oh shit, this other one came out. Fuck yeah, I want that one too. Like, you're not committing to something long enough to see if it even works for you, to know whether you should pivot, to know whether you need to make a tweak. And if you come into the game and you're like, I've been at it for 3 whole weeks and I haven't made a sale, I'm sorry, I'm going to say something that might hurt some fucking feelings. Shut the fuck up. Like, be real. Like, you're trying to build a business. Like, no matter what they tell you on the short, on TikTok, Instagram, and, 100K in 100 days and all this bullshit, you're still building a business. And if you can't have that mindset of you're building a business, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Maybe you should be doing Uber or Instacart or, whatever side hustle, go do some print on demand, something that's just like side hustle money. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can build a whole business around print on demand. I'm not trying to piss any POD people off, but the reality is, like, you have to treat it like it is. And the moment I started this, once all like the honeymoon stage faded and I realized that, I'm not going to make 30K in 30 days. I did realize that I'm building something that is a business, and hopping from one thing to another is only going to deter all of the momentum. Stop chasing something that's quick. And I think that's what shiny object syndrome really is you're not looking for something to improve what you're doing. You're looking for the quickest buck you can fucking find.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Is it more of this? Is it the same thing, different approach, or is it bolt on to what does it compound what I'm already doing?
I think it feeds into the whole message of if you don't have continuity in your business, you only have a promotion. You don't actually have a business. And that can be said about somebody that promotes one thing and then turns around and promotes another, but there's literally no alignment in that offer that that was the compounding offer, right? Like everything should point back to some core messaging and your brand and what you've been building. Or it's not to say that you don't shift in your branding, but like there's something to be said about the consistency in that.
I think that it also, people really fail to realize a lot of this, the ramifications, till it's way too late. The more you jump around like that and don't get the skills and learn things, you're actually losing money. You're putting yourself further and further in the hole, longer down, 6 months, a year down the road, when if you had just stuck with something. I mean, yeah, pull the ripcord, if your chute's not opening and you see it's a pile of shit, yeah, get out. But
Well, how
a lot
long
of
do you wait
times,
till you pull that ripcord?
4 seconds.
What's it?
The actual.
Oh, you mean in real life? I mean, I honestly, I think a lot of people know, right? They get into these things and if you feel icky about it or you don't get it, you don't understand any of it, it might not be your thing. But that doesn't mean jump around to the next 5 that you see. That means maybe you should take a slower approach, slow as smooth, smooth as fast approach. And like, okay, the next one, that's what I did when I got in. Once I saw that offer that we all saw, I was like, oh, I get this higher level. I love this. I'm the guy who clicks the link. But then it took me a while to realize, okay, that's not what I want to do, but I want to learn how to do this. That's all I mean. That's what I looked at.
Also,
And I think
just
that's
to
pretty
throw it out
natural,
there,
especially when you're starting out. Like you might hop around a little bit, but give it enough time and dig enough into it. Like I can't stress this enough. This is something I've been this way for a lot longer than the online world. Like when there's something new and I have an interest and it seems like something I want to sink my teeth in, like I'll absorb the shit out of it. Like I will study it. I will look at this. I will look at that. Like I know the process. And if the process isn't sitting well with you and you haven't found your process yet, and again, they all fucking work. Okay. I'm not going to sit here that mine's the best or somebody else's is the best. They all fucking work. You just got to figure out which one works the best for you, how you want to be operating, how you want to be showing up. And yeah, you might have to dabble here, a dabble there, but make sure you understand what really goes into it. You want to build a blog, understand what building a blog really entails. You want to run a YouTube channel, understand what the fuck that actually entails. What from the content creation, the editing, where you're driving traffic to, all of the bells and whistles, really understand it before you say, oh, this isn't fucking working, because you never really understood what you're doing in the first place. Like I can't go say I'm a mechanic because I know how to change a tire. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more that goes into it. So understand what you're getting into, understand what the process is, and find what works for you and have that continuity. Because then at that point, anything else you're bolting on, whether it's a new course you're taking, a new program you're trying out, whatever, it's only going to help facilitate what you're trying to accomplish anyways, and what you're trying to help people with and all that other good jazz. Yeah. I think I turned my reactions off, Scotty. Sorry.
Barb, what were you about to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, and ultimately, it's like if you're not having success promoting something as an affiliate or selling your own thing or whatever, changing your offer is not necessarily going to fix the problem. It's probably your content. It's probably your messaging, your brand, and probably those things mainly, but also if you don't connect to the product that you're promoting or selling, like the offer that you're promoting or selling, then obviously that's going to be a big problem. But be more particular about the shit you chase and the shit you get involved with. It doesn't mean try every freaking thing that comes along and, see what sticks. It means like really identifying and it's like entrepreneurship. Sorry, my wife's yelling at my cat. Entrepreneurship is like therapy, like you have to clarify who you are and what your values are and like what aligns with that, And so what does it say to your audience when I think Reagan or somebody, maybe Thad was saying this, but if you just bounce around from thing to thing, like it's diluting who you are and like what you stand for, essentially.
I think those people that bounce from thing to thing too are usually the same people that have never done the thing, but trying to sell what they've never done, and they don't have that confidence. They don't have the skill set. I think most people should go in there and whatever it is that they're trying to do, they should become that person and actually do the thing before they try to sell the thing.
Jason, you hit the nail on the head. That was actually what I was going to say was learn, then do. There's a whole value piece to that, right? Like you don't buy, then do. Like that's not actually going to teach you anything that's going to be sustainable. You have to learn the skills first, right? That was the whole point. Learn, then do it. And then, it's kind of funny that Scotty said 4 seconds. It's kind of like what Mel Robbins says, right? Like you have 5 seconds to make an actual decision. If you learn, then do, and you actually intake that, you can probably check yourself in about 5 seconds. Is this something I want to align with or not?
I know. Also learn and do, because I see a lot of people too who are like, well, how do I teach people how to make money online if I've not gotten any results? Or how do I sell some business opportunity if I haven't had results? And the results don't have to be from selling that business opportunity or course.
Yeah.
Like I feel like everyone's watching Billy Madison at some point. Right. I make the huge when Billy Madison plays dodgeball. Anyone remember that scene?
Yes.
He just destroys all the little kids.
Yeah.
You can put yourself in that situation figuratively by just stepping out of the make money online space. And I've said this for years. Outside of our little elite corner and make money online, like this is where the best marketers go to play. That's where everyone makes the most money. But if you just step out into like how many little niches are there, right? We said sourdough, chickens, all kinds of random shit. You are Billy Madison with the dodgeball beating up on the side because you're the only one who's a trained marketer. And get that result and document that result because the process is exactly the freaking same.
Even with beginner marketing skills where you just understand the foundations, right? You understand all of the elements of, you understand the traffic piece, you understand how the conversion piece, the funnels, the follow-up emails, and then you understand how to create some type of offer that's going to deliver value to your audience, right? So those like very basic pieces, you're light years ahead of the next chicken farmer, right? Yeah. Like they don't even know, how to bring if it was a digital product or some type of, whether it's videos or a book, ebook or something, or right. They don't know how to bring their value to market and take what they're passionate about and monetize it. Whereas is like, if you just have the foundations, you literally are light years ahead of somebody. If you just, like Dom said, take that one step out and maybe something you're more passionate about. And it makes your life easier too. Less competition, easier to make content, right? And then you'll wake up every day kind of like motivated to want to help your community because they become your people and it's what you're good at. Right. So, and yes, the most of the money is in health, wealth, and relationships. But man, if you just take one step outside, most people could crush at what they're, more than likely passionate.
And what's crush too? I mean, crush. Yeah. Are you going to make $400,000 a month in the chicken niche? No, but you might make $3 to $4 grand a month. And then here's the thing. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you could put a continuity offer together. It doesn't have to be crazy, but just with a small audience of just a couple hundred people, man, a $50 per month continuity offer, dude, you could crush like 5 or 10 grand a month. And for most people, that would replace your 9 to 5.
100%. And then once you figure out how to make 5 to 10 grand a month in that niche, you're actually an authority. And then you go to the make money people and go, hey, I figured out how to make 5 to 10 grand a month. And then, you're just teaching people. No, I'm not. I know this fucking weird chicken membership. They're what? Yeah. All right. Follow, because now I actually know what I'm talking about. And that the 5 to 10 grand including 5, maybe it's in 5 grand over there. That becomes your case study. That becomes your authority builder. Now people are going to answer the question, why should I listen to you?
Yeah, that's what Alex Hormozy did on a very large scale, but like nobody knew who he was. He built Gym Lunch to like what was he doing? A couple $1 million what was he doing? They were doing, I think, 2.3 million a month. So he built that before anybody knew who Alex Hormozy was, right? Before he had any authority or credibility or anything, he built the damn thing first. Yeah. Masterminded, networked, was probably in all the highest level marketing circles. And then he stepped out and said, yeah, I know my shit because I can build companies.
Yeah. I love that. Go ahead, Jason. Sorry.
you had the comment up on here. How much time do you give yourself to learn
Yeah.
before you present yourself as the authority to make the
Yeah.
sale? And I was listening. It's funny, we're talking about Alex, but I was listening to Alex the other day, and he said, you know what? Because I did gym launch and I have authority, I could tell you this information and you were going to believe me as true. But somebody else is brand new could give you the exact same information, but they've never done it before. They have nothing to back them up. Nobody's going to listen to you because you have no authority yet. And because he had that authority, people are going to listen. So how much time? I think it really depends on your skill level, where you're at, and how far along in your journey you are. I don't think there's a set time.
No.
So
But I don't think if you've been doing this a month, you're not the next coach. I can tell you that.
well, here's
No.
my here's
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I
my
can't
framework.
just put coach in my TikTok bio and that's it.
With sparkles.
Yeah, I
I'll
was
teach
getting ready
you
to say
how
you
to
have
quit
to have
your
the
9 to
sparkle to
5
make you
because
legit.
I don't have a 9 to 5. I'm a stay at home mom, so I'm going to teach you how to do
Damn.
it. What? Damn. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
All right. My framework though for like when do I call myself an authority? Right. Number one, get a result. Okay, you got to get a result, some sort of result, a sale. Again, outside of a niche or outside a sale anywhere, right? That's the result that everyone's after is getting a sale. Okay. Then you need to be able to get a sale and understand why you got that sale. Because there's people who just randomly go viral and I made a whole bunch of money, but they couldn't tell you why I did. And you might have to get that same result 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Oh shit! Now I know why that's happening.
Dude, that was me all day long with Legendary. Like people would be like, "How did you do it?" I'm like, "I seriously don't know what I did. Just I'd get sales." And then that's where I was like, "I can't tell people how to. I can't do this. I don't. That's not me. I don't know."
Yeah. But once you start understanding why you're getting the sales, and now you're like, I can make this shit happen on demand.
Yeah.
Then what you do is to present once you understand why and you can get that result on demand, then I think you can be like, all right, I am going to go. Now I'm a coach. Now I can tell people how I did it because I understand why it happened. I understand the common pitfalls of the why it might not happen for somebody. And I now know I can go out and do it on demand. If someone says, oh, go sell something right now, you know that you can. That is for me. That is when I came out of the shell being like, I know my shit.
Yeah, it's like the stages of you go from unconscious incompetence where you don't know what you don't know.
Mhm.
And then you go to conscious incompetence where you know that you don't know anything. Then you go to conscious competence where you have to actually try and like think, okay, I need to shoot the ball like this, you know.
Mhm.
And then the last stage is unconscious competence, which is like when you drive home and don't realize that you drove home because it's just so automatic for you.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah, if you're not at the point of knowing how to articulate the thing that Dom just said, where you can create a result on demand and replicate it for other people, you shouldn't be putting Sparkly Coach by your name.
Yeah. Hey, Jamar, I wanted to add you've heard Alex talk about that thing about gym launch where he was going through the process and he met the guy who he was a closer for the gym that was doing like 3 times as much as Alex. And Alex is like, I've never even heard of these people.
Oh, yeah.
They were
Yeah.
Same business, same everything. And then he hired that guy. He's like, I'll give you this lead. I thought that was like powerful and just like, it was, wow. You didn't even know that there was another actor in your space that was killing it that much better than you. But he adapted and brought that closer on and said, do the same thing here.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? That speaks to saturation and how that's literally a myth.
Yep.
I'm not gonna do it. It's got saturated. No, it hasn't. You're just getting fed to it all day long because of the algorithm. There's people who are huge that you don't even know who they are. Like, how many times have we shared? Someone comes across a page, blue check mark, 9 million followers. Like, have you guys seen this person? And like half the chat's like, no, who are they?
I do that in our chat.
What?
I literally don't know anybody you guys share ever.
You and Jamar are like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool.
Well, we were in a room of 7,000 mostly successful people, and I knew almost none.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
And avoided the others.
True story.
That's also to say,
horse
like,
blinders.
Your brand is identifiable because we did learn that very much in a hurry. You know, you think nobody knows you until they do. So you want to align and be proud of the person that somebody is seeing.
Yeah, you got to be the same person in person as you are online.
Oh,
100%.
yeah. Like, give me my long socks and my plaid. And like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Reagan, how many times did you get recognized?
Yeah.
A couple.
Yeah.
It was
A
like,
lot.
yeah.
A lot. People wanted to have breakfast with her. She's like, "Can I sit with you guys?" I'm like, okay, because of her. I just wanted to sit with her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I know, dude. I got recognized the first time last year, and then this year I think it happened 2 or 3 times. And it's like, it's weird. It starts to happen more and more. I just hope the high level podcast goes out before the 21st. Because that's gonna go to I recorded a podcast for High Level today, and I'm hoping that gets published before Level Up. So then we actually I don't have to be social. People will just want to talk to me.
It's gonna be so weird when all your groupies are middle-aged men wanting to hear about.
I
how
don't
you
care. If they're
vortex
marketing
stuff.
nerds who want to talk to me. Yeah, absolutely. I'm in.
Good.
You all are my groupies.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I've got a shirt that says "You're my phone a friend." So
That's true.
It says a lot.
That's a spectacular shirt.
I have a tattoo on my lower back. Oh, we weren't supposed to talk about. Oh, sorry about that.
That's great. What is that? My face? Was that the Steve-O tattoo where he got this tattoo of himself and he's like,
Yeah.
Speaking of turnaround, though, has anyone following Steve-O's journey? I know we're off the rails now, but this is going to go for personal brand and how it can change if you don't like what you are. Because Steve-O turned his personal brand around incredibly.
He just rescued a dog, and I was just in tears a few weeks ago with the video that he shared. Went mega viral, and it was nice and heartwarming.
He was the train wreck guy, right? He was the guy that, especially out of an entire cast of people who were the train wreck, he was like the biggest train wreck. So he did because his persona was in a group where they're always trying to outperform each other. His personality always was, obnoxious, but it was like one of those where you just had to like him. But he was the one you were most afraid was going to die first, because he would always do the stupidest stuff. To see where he was at 10 or 15, 20 years ago to what his personal brand stands for today, dude, it is never too late. It's never too late. He literally, his persona, and he's impenetrable. Nobody can tear him down or say bad shit about him, because he's been through absolutely everything. And most people, and he's so recognizable. It's crazy. He probably can't go anywhere without somebody going, "I know you. You're the guy from Jackass." But his brand now is it's fun to watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's probably proof that, they always say the internet never forgets, but I think the internet always forgives. Not always, but most of the time.
That should be a shirt too.
Ooh. Oh,
I'm not making that shirt.
Yeah, I don't think they always forgive.
I don't forgive very easily.
I think it really depends. You get away with Robert Downey Jr., had a big drug problem, came out, now he's like Iron Man. You know what I mean? But Kevin Spacey is probably not going to get forgiven anytime soon.
Okay.
And that's why I'm not making that shirt.
Yeah, it's not a shirt. Open mouth, insert foot. I don't know. I feel like it can, though. Again, not always.
Yeah.
I'm a Steve-O.
I can rewrite your story.
You can rewrite, yes, but Kevin Spacey cannot.
That's your little caveat on the shirt, Reagan.
Oh, speaking of
Kevin Spacey.
Did anyone see the
GPT wrote this? Caveat to everything.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
What?
I love replying to that on comments and Facebook groups when I know it's ChatGPT. People get so upset.
What?
If we're in a marketing group or one of the high level group or the ClickFunnels group, and someone writes a really long value driven post, it's clearly ChatGPT, I'll just respond and go, "Thanks, ChatGPT."
Yeah.
Some of them get triggered. This is actual trying to get value. I'm like, no, you just copied that for trying to get leads.
Thad used to say that all the time. People can tell when you're writing ChatGPT, and I'm like, yeah, I use it, and then I rewrite it. I don't think he's talking about me, but boy, I've been getting some lately from people. But I'm like, wow, you're leaving all of the icons and emojis in there just like ChatGPT. That's amazing. You didn't change a thing, did you? All right. Cool.
I got a
And
cold
since
And
I
it's
DM.
like
know who
insert
you
your
are-
link here, and
Yeah.
this is where your call to action will be.
Oof,
Make sure
wow.
it provides
Yeah.
extra value.
Hi, custom name.
Right. I got a cold DM with that the other day, and it said insert relevant niche right in the brackets.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so funny. Like, I
You
mean, I get
know.
it. Like, you can use AI, and it's a powerful tool to do things with. But like, for the love of Christ, like, take the
Yeah.
time to put it in your own words, put it in your own feel, talk like you would talk, write how you would write. Because at the end of the day, just like we were talking about, that person that you are online, you better be that person in real life,
Yeah.
especially if you're hiring clients, especially if you're ever going to go meet anybody in person, because they'll be able to see it immediately. But yeah, a lot of people just want to copy paste it. There's a script, blah 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 blah, and it's so apparent. It is so apparent. Like, I've talked to you in person, and you don't use superlative in any kind of conversation.
Bingo.
Like,
Oh, you're
you
on the
use
email
those
list
big
too,
fucking
then.
words. Like, let's be real. Yeah, it's
Must be
awesome.
on the same email list.
I mean, that was funny when people used to copy I used to write like my level, and then I'd see people like copy it, and I'm like, I know that was my word. Your audience is not gonna. They don't talk like I do. But I
You
guess
always get a message that says, Dom, I'm sending your email out to my list. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, now you've been doing it long enough. Now you sound like me.
I
Or
definitely
Scott
don't sound
is.
like you.
In email, you do.
I say do this shit.
It's true.
When I read emails from Dom, I read it in Dom's voice. For real.
I
That's
love
awesome.
it. That's the ultimate. Like, you're in somebody's head. Like,
Mhm.
anyone listen to or read $100 Million Leads in Alex Hormozy's voice?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Twice.
Same with Russell.
His hack also works. The listening and reading at the same time.
100%.
Super big win.
It's
How
like
do you do that
those
when you're
documents
driving,
for
Reagan?
audiobook. What?
Reagan, how do you do that when you're driving?
I definitely don't do it when I'm driving. I was able to read half of the book and finish the second half on the road.
Really?
You mean, Scotty, you don't have the heads-up display with the book, the words on
No,
the
dude.
windshield?
Dude, sometimes Barb said something earlier. Sometimes I arrive at my destination. I'm like, all right then. Don't really remember the last 45 minutes, but cool. I'm here.
Well, there's unconscious competence, and then there's like substance abuse. So maybe we
Yeah,
should-
well, I don't drink much anymore. What? My mic on? What?
All right. Well, we're coming in here on the hour. Is this a decent place for guys?
We really need an outro.
Guys, we really need an outro. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this episode, please leave us a review, or better yet, take a screenshot on your phone, post it to social media, and tag us, Digital Marketing Misfits, or just use the hashtag Digital Marketing Misfits. And for extra bonus content you can't get anywhere else,